It's just horrible. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Command Center. I'm Commander Lionheart, back again with brand spanking new episode of Mystery Movie Friends, the show where we sit down to talk about old ass movies. This week, we're going back to at least almost 20 years. We're almost 20. This movie is almost 20 years old.
I see. Give or take.
Exactly. By a year. It's not 20 by a year.
April 02.
Released in April. So, we're going back to the year 2002. Talk about and review, possibly, the original Spooderman. The original Spider-Man by Sam Raimi. And joining me tonight, talk about Spooderman. It's Mythos.
Hello.
It's G.
Who's muted?
Who cannot be understood at this present moment.
He's trying to not get everyone.
No, it's bad.
And special guest star with us tonight. It's the man himself. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We got Mr. J. Jonah Jameson. He's here to yell at us and to tell us
I'll take that.
how much he wants to fire us. I mean, I needed to give you a break from being the black guy this week, John. Don't worry.
You could have given
no,
John
okay.
a black guy character.
Yeah, the guy from the Daily Bugle that I don't remember his name.
Robbie.
Mm.
Yeah, Robbie, that one. But he wasn't in the movie that much, and also I wanted to give him a break for now, you know. Not be that predictable. Probably next week though.
Oh, I'm not in
We'll see.
blackface this week, so I'll take it.
Exactly. Okay. So, before we begin, I don't have the chat. Mythos and John are going to be operating the chat tonight because I still haven't seen
Oh boy,
Spider-Man
that's not.
No Way Home. I don't
That's
want to
not-
get spoiled, so I don't
That's
want to
not-
see shit. I don't want to see anyone. I don't want to see a single name. I just want to talk about the movie. Maybe. We'll probably diverge and talk about a lot of other shit aside from the movie. But we'll see. We'll see.
Would we do that?
That never happens. That never happens. This is
No.
a
no.
professional show that never deviates from the source, from what we're talking about. And you know, so as the professionals that we are, I am here to talk about the fact that they announced that Godzilla vs. Power Rangers is gonna happen in comic book form. So Because that has something
Do
to
you
do
want
with
to know what they
Spider-Man.
also announced?
Oh boy, sure. Humor me.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will be the first introduction of Deadpool into the MCU.
Ooh. Okay. Sure. I'll take it.
Does that count as spoilers?
Nah, that's for the next movie.
Yeah, but it's still kind of like a spoiler for the Multiverse of Madness, no?
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
they've been mentioning left and right every single person who's gonna show up in fucking Multiverse of Madness. Like, they said that Captain Carter was gonna show up. Who else? They mentioned a few people. Wasn't Spider-Man also gonna show up
Scarlet
there?
Witch.
Hey,
Scarlet Witch,
but
obviously.
Okay.
are we gonna get Mario Bros. Chris Pratt?
God fucking damn it!
Okay. Okay, Lion, let me ask you a question. And
No.
this has something to do with Spider-Man, but it has nothing to do with the actual movie. It has something to do with something of the movie, but has absolutely nothing to do with the movie.
Okay.
I have no idea what you just said, but go ahead.
Okay,
Ask.
this is in the movie, but it has nothing to do with the movie. The final after credit scene is the trailer for Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, for No Way Home. So
The final after credit of No Way Home is. I've seen the trailer for Multiverse of Madness.
Okay, so they basically did just like with Captain America, the first
Captain
Avenger,
America.
where they showed the
Yes.
first Avengers movie trailer as a post-credit scene.
And the only thing I will say is, oh my god, that movie looks absolutely insane. I'm so excited.
So, and that one's Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is directed by Sam Raimi, right?
It's the most unique looking Marvel movie I have seen yet. It looks like absolutely nothing else that I maybe have. It looks like Inception.
So, speaking of Sam Raimi, he's the guy who directed this movie that we're supposed to talk about tonight, which is the original 2002 Spider-Man. Segue, that we get on track immediately. But before we actually do get to that, John, non-spoiler review of No Way Home. Good?
No. Shut up. No. Don't talk.
Like, just say if it was good.
That movie. So, no.
Just say if it was good.
It's around the level of Endgame. We'll leave
Okay,
it
My boss
there.
told me it was good.
Okay, that's what I've been hearing. That it's like to the level of like Endgame, with the shit that goes down.
Yeah, I've read a lot of
Yes, yeah.
comparing with Endgame.
Without spoiling, how much of the trailers how much of the trailer is in, or how much of movie have we seen in the trailer and how much we haven't seen shown in trailers? Like, remember how in Avengers Endgame they only showed like the first part, like the first 50 minutes of that movie?
Full due respect.
I'm going to say at most 25%.
Oh wow, okay. So we actually haven't seen shit. Oh, we have kind of seen shit, but
But maybe 25 to 30. I would have to sit down and have to watch them again real quick just to give. But yeah, no, I mean, there was so much I was not even expecting that happened. Even from some of the teases that they have put out, there was more in it than I was expecting.
okay, interesting.
The last thing I'll say is, I do believe that they took some stuff from the game.
From the game? Wait, from
Interesting.
from the PS4 game?
The PS4 game.
Oh,
Yes. There were some scenes in there I was like, oh, that somebody has kind of played that game and know what they're doing or something,
So-
because it's
So that means we're
There
gonna
were
get
a lot
low
of it-
polygon both guys, right?
God fucking damn it, Mythos.
Yeah.
Keep bringing that shit back.
but yeah, that's. I have one more thing, but I'll wait till later in the movie.
I
and it's-
believe
it's
that
not-
that Tom Holland actually said that he has played the game and he really likes them. So maybe he
Yeah,
maybe
he
he
has.
was maybe he kind of had an input in it. Maybe he was like, "Hey, John Watts, why don't we do this? A little bit of this, you know? Maybe he showed him like some of the maybe he showed him like some of the gameplay and shit. Because I'm assuming that you're referring to like moves and shit that he does in the game.
Yes, some of those, some of the story elements, some of the like just kind of.
Okay. Interesting.
But yeah, well, I said I have one more thing, but it'll be for later.
Okay. So, all right. So going back to this movie, though, we've all seen it, right?
Oh yeah.
Like
Many times.
before this, we had seen it. G's the only one who did not see it for this week, but I know that he's seen it before as well, right, G?
Probably a couple of billion times.
I think
Yes, I have seen it.
I think he said he was had.
A few more other times that I didn't want to see it.
Okay. So, yeah, I saw this. I don't think that I saw this when I was a kid in theaters. At least I'm not 100% sure. I think that the second one and the third one I may have watched in theaters, but I could be wrong.
I don't remember which of the three I watched on the movie theater. I know I watched one of them.
Yeah,
I think it was two.
Yeah, I almost think that 2 was the one that I watched in theaters. Either that one or 3. But I'm sure that I didn't watch this one in theaters. I think that I watched this one either on home video or, as we keep mentioning every single week with these old movies, in WAPA. Because they have shown this movie in WAPA, which is our local TV channel. But I definitely don't remember like having watched it in theaters. So also the fact that I don't think that I've seen this movie. It's been 10 plus years. That much I'm certain. Like I don't think that I had seen it. You know, like I really don't know when the last time that I watched this movie was. I'm having a hard time like trying to locate when it was the last time, because I've seen it multiple times. It's just when the last time that I actually saw it before yesterday, which is when I saw the movie.
It's been a long time for me.
Yeah, it's been a long time for me as well. I think that even before the Amazing Ones came out, I hadn't watched it in a while. Maybe when
That was
Spider-Man
2012. So
yeah. So again, before that, I watched it before that, but I haven't watched it since. So it's been 10 plus years since I've actually watched any of the 3 Sam Raimi movies. I don't think that I've watched them in 10 plus years. So I really didn't. I mean, I did remember a lot of stuff that went down in this movie, because again, like I said, I have seen it multiple times as a kid.
I need to call my dad.
Sure. So it was interesting how a lot of this movie was still like kind of fresh in my mind. Like even though I hadn't seen it in so long, there were still a lot of parts that I remembered. Like, you know, all of the fucking bullying that poor Peter suffered at the beginning of the movie, which good God! Like even the bus fucking driver was fucking bullying him at the start of the movie, and I was like,
Sounds about right.
and I was like, Jesus H Christ! I mean, okay, so I never like used the bus to get to school, so I'm not sure. Like I always had either my mom or my grandparents that took me to school, you know, so no idea.
There was one scene that I don't remember if it's on this movie or like later movie, or maybe the one I remember is like an extended version or something. But after Uncle Ben dies, I remember there's a whole funeral about him. Or
There's a funeral in this one.
is there?
Not for Uncle Ben.
Yeah, it was for
there's
Oh
one
right,
for-
there
at
wasn't
the
a
end for Osborne.
yeah, they skipped the funeral of Uncle Ben and go straight to Peter graduating.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think it's Amazing Spider-Man, but I have not seen that in a while either.
Yeah, because there's two funerals in the Amazing Spider-Man in the first movie. There's one for Uncle Ben and then one for Gwen Stacy's dad, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Huh. Curious. I had
And
not.
there's also a funeral in the game too. So
I hadn't thought about that until you pointed that out just now, Matos. Huh.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I remember
Isn't
on
there-
May, like on Black crying and something. They said they talk about something or something or other.
Isn't there an uncut version of this movie, John?
I feel like there is.
Or a
I think
director's cut?
I don't know.
I think there is. I kind of vaguely remember that there is a like a director's cut of this movie.
And also the one you send me did not have the after credit.
There's an after credits?
Yeah,
There's an after credit?
I believe
Not
so.
in this one.
Not in this one? Huh.
There's one in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Am I going crazy?
Probably.
When's
No,
the,
go
the when's the one that when the Green Goblin talks to Harry at the after credit? Is
Two.
that in the 2 then?
That's 3.
No, there
That's
is an
3.
after credit that of the Green Goblin mask talking to, or it
yeah.
wasn't like laughing or something.
In Spider-Man 3, there's a scene of Norman Osborn it's Willem Dafoe talking to Harry.
No, but I do remember that either I think it's in 2 or in 1, that the ghost of Osborn appears in Harry's memory or something like that.
Or it was like kind of like that, or it was like in the mirror or something, and that was the whole after credit.
Yeah, that's 3.
Exactly.
That's Amazing Spider-Man 3. Because that's one when he throws the thing through the mirror, and that's when he finds all the
Yeah.
bombs and stuff in the hidden room. He finds the suit, and
Oh, okay,
That's-
okay. Then I'm just mismatching the movies.
Yeah, there's no director's cut or uncut version of this movie. There is a director's cut of Spider-Man 2 apparently that I've never seen.
yeah, and I'm reading about it right now.
Yeah. But yeah, that's curious. Maybe you're misremembering the funeral scene from Amazing Spider-Man 1.
Is in
Or-
Spider-Man 1? No, I'm not misremembering Spider-Man 1 because I explicitly remember that.
No, because there is no funeral for Uncle Ben in this one. In Spider-Man 1. There is one for
Let
Amazing
me
Spider-Man
see.
1.
Mm.
Also, the funeral from Superman the movie is the first one for Pa Kent too. There's a lot of funerals in these superhero movies. Just saying.
you know, they,
I mean, they
They
need some sort of inspiration, kind of.
Yeah.
they need to give the hero the motivation they need.
Yeah, the
in order to
motivation.
kill. Keep killing people.
Yeah. Wait, kill people? Um.
Or is my definition of hero medicine?
I mean, you're just thinking of the Punisher.
Is he not a hero?
He's something.
Punisher is a hero with a license to kill.
So he's James Bond.
That's James Bond.
He's a hero. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, true.
But
Punisher doesn't have a license skill. He just does it.
yeah, he doesn't need a license or permission. He just does it. Yeah. It's now I'm stuck on that funeral part. Because I think that maybe it's because of the funeral then at the end. Because Aunt May is at the funeral as well at the end, but she doesn't say anything, I don't think, when Norman dies.
She's talking to Mary
She's talking
Jane
to-
and the preacher, I guess.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's on the background. It's not like she's
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, now I'm starting to think if I actually did watch this movie in theaters, because I actually do remember at least that part of that funeral at the end when Spider-Man is just walking straight into the camera. Kind of vaguely remember seeing that in the theater, maybe, or maybe I'm just jumbling it. Here's the deal: we have too many movies about the same thing happening over and over again that you just don't know which one is which sometimes.
Yeah.
Like at least with the Tom Holland Spider-Man, at least they don't go through the same Uncle Ben dying thing. Probably because he already died. We've never really like
Thank
really
God.
gotten confirmation if Aunt May did meet an Uncle Ben in this universe or not.
Maybe she didn't. And maybe she's waiting for you to be the next Uncle Ben.
I mean, I could be Uncle Ben. No, I don't want to die.
You don't. You don't want.
I can be the uncle, but not the Ben. I'll be the uncle, but not the Ben.
You can be something for sure.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. This movie is interesting because I'm gonna straight up say it. It's a good movie. I think that it holds up still.
Yeah.
It's I do have a struggle with saying it's great, but I will go as far as saying it's good. I think that and G, we've talked about this before. Like G and we've harped on Tobey Maguire for a long time because of him always being mopey and always fucking crying and shit. Rewatching this movie right now, I actually find myself liking Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. I think that he does a very good job at portraying Spider-Man when it counts. Like, you know, he does this whole I don't think that he's as quippy as he could be but he still has like that snarkiness to him that I like from Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think that my main problem with Tobey Maguire when it comes to these movies is when he's Peter Parker. I just I don't know. Like he's not bad. Don't get me wrong. He's not bad, but and here's something that I noticed. His voice changes when he's normal Peter and when he's Spider-Man. Like it's a very slight change in the voice tone when he's under the mask. Like obviously they usually use stunt doubles and whatnot, so probably it's just a mic thing or whatever. But I don't know.
Superheroes need to change their voice so they don't know their real identity.
But here's the deal.
At
It's
least
not
he
like
doesn't sound like Christian Bale.
yeah, but here's the deal. Okay, so Christian Bale is one thing because he fucking fully changes his voice from like, yeah, I'm Bruce Wayne to I'm Batman. Oh yeah. Here, it's still the same voice. You can still pick out that it's him, that it's Tobey Maguire. But there is a slight difference in his voice tone that you can notice immediately when he's Peter Parker and when he's being Spider-Man, even if it's the same voice. Like, it's not like a voice modulation or voice changing or anything. It's just, it is the same voice, but there is a slight difference in the tone of the way he talks when he's Spider-Man and when he talks as Peter Parker. You know? Even when he's alone. Like, when he's talking to himself and that, so...
You can almost say, like the same thing about, like, Superman. Clark Kent and Superman are very different. I mean, they're...
Yes,
same person, but they're very different. You know, they're.
But by that standard, when we did Superman the movie, you know, Clark Kent had this type of voice. Like he has this. Oh, Lois, I just was going to you know, being all dorky and shit.
Yeah.
But when he was Superman, he was like, yes, I am Superman and whatnot. You could see the change very clearly of his voice. Here, it's more subtle. It's like a little bit more subtle of him. Like, I don't know if it's even changing his voice or if it's because of the mask. I don't know what it is. I just know that there is a voice, a tonal change to the way that he talks when he's Spider-Man and when he's Peter Parker. Obviously, because, you know, it's a persona.
It's just the same voice change as Willem Dafoe. Whatever he's.
Oh, sure. It's exactly the same as Willem Dafoe's. Sure.
It's just the same.
They found Dr. What's his name on the floor. What? No, how can that be? Yes, Norman, we killed him. Yes, we'll take care of it. We will rule.
Can I say that I still love that scene between Willem Dafoe, Osborn, and Willem Dafoe, Green Goblin, just talking?
When he's going, closing into the mirror. In the mirror.
Yeah, I still love that scene. It's such a quick... The thing is, I love voice acting, and the fact that he can change between voices so quickly. It's so great. I love it.
I especially love the fact...
Okay,
the fact that they like you can see like in some instances of that scene you can kind of see when he's doing the voice and you can still hear because they clearly want you to see the him in the mirror because they're showing you his back, but you can still sometimes see like his lip movements even from the back, like his mouth movements and all that. But sometimes you could see like only the mirror was the one talking and not a normal Osborn that's walking towards the mirror. Willem Dafoe though. And John, don't mention No Way Home because I've already heard that Willem Dafoe is probably one of the best villains in the MCU now. So don't mention it.
So the one thing I'm just going to say is that. One in No Way Home, he steals the entire movie. Yeah. But the thing that impressed me the most about him and from seeing No Way Home is the fact that when he's 66 years old, when he signed on to the movie, he said, "I will only come back on one condition: that I get to do all my own stunts.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that too.
Oh damn, that's cool.
And the crap he does in No Way Home is incredible.
Okay. I mean, he's phenomenal, man. Here's the
And
deal.
he also on the
Mm.
to basically when he was on film for No Way Home, to avoid being, revealed to be in the movie prematurely, he always wore a cloak when he was on set.
Yeah.
And so Tom Holland was walking through the back of the set one day, and he bumped into him, and apparently he scared the living crap out of Tom Holland because he didn't know it was Willem Dafoe. He just sees this guy in a cloak.
Would have been funny.
That's how Tom found out he was in the movie.
Would have been funny
Was he bumped into him backstage?
Would have been funny if Willem Dafoe would have gone when he bumped into him, when Tom Holland bumped into him, he would have gone like Peter, like
No,
actually being
funny. It's just Willem Dafoe singing the Itsy Bitsy Spider.
Oh god,
and he sings in this movie.
Oh my god, that would have been perfect. Oh shit, that would have been perfect. Him just trying to scare Tom.
Kind of like an homage for this movie in No Way Home or something. I don't know. And he's like practicing the lyrics or the line.
I want to see that movie though. I want to see that the backstage. Willem Dafoe messing with Tom Holland backstage. Like, I want to see that movie. Like him trying to scare the bejesus out of him.
Have any of you seen Boondock Saints?
No.
No idea.
There's a scene in it is my all-time favorite Willem Dafoe scene is him. So he plays this detective in Boondock Saints. And it's, oh man, I can't remember which. It's a scene of after a shootout. It's him literally dancing through the carnage of the shootout, and it's glorious.
That sounds cool.
I mean, Willem Dafoe is such a fantastic actor, man. Like,
he is.
Hang on a second. Hang on. Your YouTube chat has just got hit with something, and I don't know what it is. It's not Spider-Man related. You might want to actually take a look and.
I assume it says something like Vark.
No.
No? Okay.
Yeah. Can you ban this person?
John's a mod.
I probably can.
Yeah, John's a mod.
If I can remember how.
He has power. He's supposed to use it.
I can put them in. I can put them in timeout. I don't see a way to.
Okay, let me
ban.
It
says it's being held for review, so maybe it's not actually up yet. But yeah, it's.
Yeah, let me. I actually have like the ability to like remove all these things with one click on the restream, but since I'm not using.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can remove them. I just can't ban the.
Yeah, this is a problem.
Okay, I just had never seen it before, so.
It happens almost every week when we do this show, so.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Back to ignoring the chat for you.
Yes. So yeah. Here's the deal with this movie, and to a degree with the second movie, and why I feel like Spider-Man 3 didn't necessarily gravitate with pretty much no one.
I like 3. It's fine.
I need to rewatch it. I haven't rewatched it since it came out. I think
It's got way too much. It's got way too much going on, and Topher Grace's Venom is terrible.
So that's where I want to go, is that this movie, and to an extension the second movie, why these movies are great, aside from the fact that, you know, the third one was botched because the studio was doing a lot of fucking interference with it.
Yeah, there's a What Happened just went up on it.
Yes, exactly. But this movie and two, they are strong superhero movies, and they are beloved and remembered, not just because of Spider-Man, but also because of the villains. Because Willem Dafoe and Alfred Molina are fucking amazing villains in these movies. Willem Dafoe specifically in this movie is just like, if there is one great, amazing, spectacular, even character in this whole movie, it is Willem Dafoe, without a doubt. Like, he just has a fucking presence, and he just goes to town with every scene he's in, and I just fucking love it.
And that's basically every movie he's in. He does that.
Oh yeah, I know that's also in every movie that Willem Dafoe is ever in. Like, he always is it's almost like the universe centers around him.
Oh yes.
I really liked, and we've seen this. I think we've seen this in a couple of other movies where we see the origin or the transformation of the hero, and like the birth of the hero and the birth of the villain at the same time. Like, I think that we've seen this a couple times before, but I really like this one. I still like it. I still like that. Even though it's a lot of coincidence, obviously, like, hey, they were both born basically the same night, or throughout the same period of time that they were both created. It's still interesting to me. What was the other movie that we watched for the show that did this?
Let's show the creation of the hero and the villain.
Yeah. Like they were both created almost at the same time. I think that we saw one that at least one that had it, or maybe I just saw something and I'm not remembering.
I can't remember. Let me go back through all the stuff and.
I mean, Jingle All the Way.
Yes, the creation of Turbo Man and Sinbad, because I don't remember his fucking name in the as the costume villain. By the way, God, this Green Goblin costume kind of looked like the costume from Jingle All the Way last week too. So, except much better. It was much better.
Oh, the Turbo Man.
Yeah, much better run.
I'll be right back.
Sure. But yeah, I particularly really liked, that they were both born basically like almost in tandem. Spider-Man and the Green Goblin. I will say that Peter, he should go get a C-19 test, because I think that he had the Rona at that moment. He fucking had a fever. He didn't have any appetite. And a lot of other stuff that happened to him. Oh fuck! I really liked that part where Aunt May was asking him, "Is everything all right, Peter? when he was when he first woke up.
Practicing his web.
God,
When
Oh,
she says like, "Notice any changes?" And he's like, "Oh, they're big changes, all right." And he was looking right down at
he's looking at his muscle,
Yeah.
but he looks like he's looking.
I told G there's a reference to the spider dick because he's looking down. He's not looking at his muscles. He's looking right down. Like he does
He's
the-
looking at his muscle. You can see Eli and be like,
Yeah, he's looking at his muscles, but then when she says something about changes, let me look for it because I swear that I see him like the head movement of like pulling his pant upward and him being going like, "Oh yeah, big changes." Maybe I'm just adding all that.
I think you are. I don't remember.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I remember him actually looking at his penis. We don't see the spider dick, but let me
change.
look at him. Look at him. Is he looking at his abs or at
Okay, yeah.
He's looking.
I can see it now.
He's looking down. Damn it. He's looking at his wiener, at his spider dick, and he says, "Yep, big change." Like, come on, man. Come on. I kid around about a lot of stuff, but never about the spider dick. Okay, maybe I do, but that's beside the point. Oh god. Yeah. Now I'm misremembering, right? The place that they go to isn't like Oscorp or owned by Osborn, right, John?
No.
Like that's in the Amazing Spider-Man.
Where you got bit by the spider?
Yeah.
No, that was what did they say? Columbia University Labs. It was a college lab in New York.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it was Oscorp in Amazing Spider-Man 1. See what I mean? They jumble together,
Yes.
and then you're wondering, all this stuff because they are so. I mean, they have their separate things, but
Columbia University Genetic Lab.
okay. But yeah.
Also, that scene was a freaking nightmare for me. I've had my eyes closed most of the time through, so
No.
Wait. What? Oh, because of the spiders. Oh, right.
yes.
But they're itsy bitsy spiders.
I don't give a shit. They're still spiders.
There is a big tarantula pop up like jump scare.
There is?
I was on the way home the other day from seeing Spider-Man, and there was a like a pest control truck, and on the back of the bed of the truck had a picture of a gigantic tarantula on the back of that truck. I could not pass that truck fast enough.
Oh god.
Yeah, the pest control vans they always have the cockroaches,
Nightmare
the
fuel.
spiders, centipedes, and the ants. Those 4 insects, they has to be on the pest control. Oh, and the rat. I forgot the rat.
Ants.
I only care about
Ants.
spider.
Did you ever see that video, John? Of Paul Rudd and what's his name?
Yeah.
Michael
Yes,
Douglas.
yes,
Like
I have.
like ants. Ant-Man. Oh, I love
Yeah, that one's great.
it. But yeah, I like these characters in this movie. I don't think that there's any one character that's like bad.
I
Like-
mean, you got the typical jock, bully, or idiot.
Oh, right, and the jock, which is Flash Thompson, is John Manganiello, which one is he? I forget his name. He played Deathstroke in Justice League. Manganiello?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, look it up. It's God, is it John
Well,
John
I know who you're talking about, but
Joe Manganiello. Manganiello? I don't know how you're supposed to say his fucking name.
that was wow. I never knew that was him. Holy,
Oh, I knew a fact that John
didn't know that
didn't.
was-
Yeah.
oh, I love that. That guy's a great actor. I would love to see more of him as Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that.
Wow. This has been a surprising night.
Yeah,
I pulled off a John.
You schooled me.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's really cool.
That only happens every blue moon. Yeah, I've known about that about him playing that character, for a long time now. So
No, yeah, I didn't.
yeah, I did. Yeah, but going back to what you were saying, yeah, the bullies were, and it's still kind of a problem nowadays where they still depict the fucking bullies like super cartoonish and shit. Like, yes, bullies are mean and all that shit, but sometimes they just fucking exaggerate with the portrayal of bullies and shit in these movies. Like,
That's the one thing that I really liked about Amazing Spider-Man, because they have the scene of Flash being a dick to Peter, but after Uncle Ben dies, Flash comes up and's like, "Hey, I'm sorry." Peter starts to take a swing at him, and he's like, "I just wanted to say I'm sorry, and if you need to talk, I'm here."
yeah.
That was one of the things I love about the Amazing Spider-Man was I love that scene.
Yeah, not like the bullies in Shazam, where they're like, fucking hitting
Or Aquaman.
Robbie with a fucking Dodge Ram, and then just like
Yeah.
taunting
Stealing
them.
his crutches.
Yeah, and fucking taunting him because he's an orphan or whatever. Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man handled the bullies a little bit better, but not here. Not here. Here's like, oh boy, there we go again. But yeah, aside from that, I think that everybody else in the movie really worked for me. I think that MJ was good. I'm not fantastic or anything, but she was good. I think that she had I like her parts with like Peter, like especially
There is one scene with Mary Jane that we're gonna talk about. We're talking about it after the stream.
Oh, I think I know.
You know which one it is?
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this.
Oh, sweet rain.
I don't think I do.
I bless the rains down in New York.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I know now.
Yeah.
Hey, and that happens twice because on the second movie, it also happens.
The deal is that for some reason she's always like wearing that same blouse. Like for some reason.
Outfit.
Yeah, she's always wearing that pink blouse and well.
Hey, it's just like I vaguely remember a Spider-Man cartoon where he opened up the closet and it's just Spider-Man costumes, like a bunch of Spider-Man costumes.
Well, at least that's
don't remember where I've seen it.
At least that's better than any of the Spider-Man movies where it's always the same suit and he's always sewing it. Which, by the way, going into the suit thing, where the fuck did he get the fabric and all that shit to create the actual suit?
No,
Walmart.
no. Where did he learn how to draw comic book level characters like that?
The spirit of Steve Ditko inhabited his body at that moment.
When did he learn how to saw?
When did he learn?
YouTube.
When did he learn anything? Like, I know that he's supposed to be like this genius, but okay. Usually, when somebody's a genius, they use like one part of there's like one super part of the brain that lets them being super genius, and then the creative side is usually like not that great. But here, he's like, they say that we use 10% of our brains. He was using like 11% to to learn all this shit in like seconds. I mean, I guess maybe the spider bite gave him
The spider bite made him learn how to saw.
to saw
I mean,
to sue
most
to
Peter
draw.
Parkers are smart.
I mean, yeah, there's
Yeah, the drawing thing doesn't make any sense.
yeah, the drawing thing is the drawing and making the suit thing. That's the ones that I'm like, like not the first suit. The first suit I can give it a pass because it is homemade and shit. But the second suit, like, where the fuck did he get that? Like,
Way higher quality compared to the first one.
too much higher quality. You're like, okay, did Sordon give you this shit? Like, Spider-Man, we need a teenager with, well, you don't have attitude. Well, we need a teenager. Well, you're kind of an adult that just they cast as a teenager. We just need someone. God damn. But yeah, I kept wondering that because they never explain it. Like, after Uncle Ben dies, he just, I guess, inherits the suit. I don't know. It just materializes out of nowhere. We never see like a montage or anything of him like actually sewing or making up a new suit. He just shows up in it.
Yeah.
Like magic.
Like
Those are
it's
strange magic.
I mean, basically every Spider-Man does that.
No, but in Amazing Spider-Man, you actually see him order like the suit from the internet, and him like modifying it to and repurposing, doing the repurpose of like making it like a Spider-Man suit, which I really like that the Amazing Spider-Man suit. I know that a lot of people probably don't, but I think it's underrated. Like I really like that suit a lot. Like it's mostly because it looks like something that would be used in real life. Like it's more, especially compared to the second movie.
The first one or the second one?
No,
the first one he made.
Yeah, the one that the one that he uses for the Amazing Spider-Man 1.
Yeah.
It's also in the 2000 the PS4 game.
Yeah. Aren't they both in the PS4 game?
This one is, and that one is as well.
No, I mean both of the Amazing Spider-Man. Aren't they both in the...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but going back to making the suit, doesn't Miles Morales make this suit? Like you can see him making his suit into the Spider-Verse. Because I feel like I vaguely remember something.
Yes.
It's one of Peter's old suits that he paints, isn't it?
Yes.
Like I'm trying to remember, and I'm looking for it.
Yeah, because he has two suits in that.
Now in the game,
movie.
Now in the game, him and his friend make a suit out. That's the one that I'm kind of.
The Miles Morales game.
Yeah, him and Ganke make that. They take parts out of his suit that Peter gave him, and then he shows up in the black suit that he uses for the rest of the game.
Mm.
Maybe that's what I'm remembering. I don't remember. I don't know. Again, Spider-Man. There's many.
Yeah,
It's just a mishmash of everything.
there's a lot of spiders, man.
There's a whole universe.
There's a whole multiverse.
I was gonna say there's more than one universe.
There's a multiverse
Of madness.
God damn. Now we're gonna have Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse and Multiverse of Madness next year. Oh, god damn.
I'm so excited for Across the Multiverse.
I really need to rewatch
Yeah.
the first Into the Spider-Verse. That movie's so fantastic.
Yay!
I just, please, for the love of God, give us a Spider-Gwen movie someday. I don't care if it's animated or live action. I just want a Spider-Gwen movie.
Or both. I'll take both.
I'll take
But
both.
yes,
The more spider ass, I mean Gwen's, the better.
I heard that.
Going back to the suit, we've had a lot of Spider-Man suits over the years, and this one is still like super iconic looking. Like
Yeah.
this suit
First
just
Spider-Man movie.
this suit just looks fantastic still. I don't think John has seen it, and I don't think G has seen it. I know Mitos hasn't seen it. There was a Mr. Sunday Movies video recently where he talked about how there was a Spider-Man suit heist. Like someone, a guard from the studio or from the lot where the suits were stored in, he robbed like four of the suits. I don't know if it was for this movie or for the sequel. I just know that it was for the Spider-Man movies. He robbed four of the suits, and because I think it was for this one because these suits were like 100K a piece, like 100,000.
Jesus.
Yeah, they
I
molded.
knew they were expensive.
Yeah, these suits. This is why the suit is so iconic and so fantastic. It's because they had to like do a lot of layers of the suit, but also like make it flexible and shit. Like it's an interesting watch. I mean, Mr. Sunday Movies also gives his jokes and shit, so it's also like it's informative but also entertaining. But
What's
yeah,
more expensive, building computer or making costumes?
I mean,
Making costumes. Because a computer, you stop at one point and you wait for the other update.
You do?
You could just
Exactly. Do you stop?
do you stop?
Just look at Lion. He has been building his computer for like what, 3 or 4 times already?
no, it's,
But no
I'm not
more.
talking about you.
Or
Yeah,
not
no
building, but like upgrading it.
No
I
more.
should say.
No mas.
And we'll tell.
Enough is enough.
Oh, no more. Oh, that's one more.
You still need to
No,
fill
I-
up the other SSD.
No, I
Shut
do
up.
not need to do shit. Shut
There's
up.
one more slot for
I said
another
no.
SATA SSD.
Okay, no.
You need to fill it up.
No.
Did you get the heatsink?
Yeah. Yes, it's installed.
Yeah, everything got installed.
Yeah, everything's installed. It's fine. Everything is fine. Anyways, Spider-Man, spider suit. The Green Goblin suit, on the other hand, it's not bad. Not bad. But I don't think that it got the same amount of care put into it as the actual Spider-Man suit. It kind of looks like a Power Rangers TV
Better.
episode suit more than
Yep.
more than anything.
Ex-
And I know that they bring back the suit not one by one, not exactly the same suit for No Way Home, but you know, at least in No Way Home, from I guess that they make it less saturated so that it doesn't look as super fucking colorful. Like, I love color, and I love colorful costumes, but sometimes you need to, you know, at least give it a little bit of an edge to make it look a little bit real, like in comparison to suits
It's not
from the
it's,
comics.
It's not as bright green as this one is. It's a darker green.
Yeah, and the helmet, they also changed it to make it look more menacing.
It's the it is the same helmet and that.
Yeah, but it's modified. All. Yeah, it's modified because I've seen.
No, it's the same helmet. No, it is it's the same helmet, and I'll leave it at that. It's the same helmet. It's
but
just
I've looked
something
at
happens to it.
I've looked at it, and the teeth are different, and in the eye section, it's like it has more like darker, so that it looks even more menacing. Fine, we'll leave it at that. So no spoilers and shit for Spider-Man No Way Home and why the suit changed.
By the way, can we talk about numbers?
Numbers?
Yeah, this movie's budget was 139 million.
That must have been that had to have been like.
That is actually less than I thought.
That is more than I thought. Specifically because of it's an early 2000s superhero movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you gotta remember that around the time that this movie came out, what other superhero movies had come out? I mean, aside from X-Men in 2000 and Blade in 1998. But aside from those two, in comparison, we had Catwoman, we had Daredevil, Elektra, Fantastic Four, The Punisher, Steel.
Steel doesn't count.
It counts. It's a superhero movie.
Batman
and Robin.
No.
The budget 2 years before Spider-Man in 2000, the budget for the first X-Men movie was $75 million.
75 million.
70. What did I say? 25? 75.
Yeah, 75.
I thought I said 75.
No, you did.
Yes, 75 million.
Okay. How much did this movie
Daredevil
make the box office?
821.7 million.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's Spider money. Mm-hmm.
X-Men made 300.
Damn.
X-Men was bigger. Well, in Puerto Rico, it was bigger.
I feel like Spider-Man has always been bigger.
Yeah.
No. But I mean, in terms of popularity on the island, people were talking more about X-Men than Spider-Man.
Maybe at the time, but as time went on, it's almost always been Spider-Man.
That's what I mean. By the time, it was the X-Men, but over time, people started like going back to Spider-Man.
Yeah. Was this the first like super successful big budget superhero movie?
It's between I mean, if you're going like
almost reaching $1 billion.
Success is this. If you're going for the first mainstream Marvel, it would be Blade. Blade was the first mainstream successful Marvel movie. But this is but
this one blew that one out of the water.
More successful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting. Aside from Evil Dead and this. What else did Sam Raimi direct at the time?
Give me a second to pull up his list.
Which, by the way, I going back to the origin of both of these. I liked the Birth of Green Goblin. Like, I know that in Spider-Man 2 it's way more horror. When Doc Ock is born, but you can. He also does, because Sam Raimi, you know, he directed the Evil Dead movies. And those are, for the most part, horror, I guess. Army of Darkness is more comedy, horror comedy, but whatever.
The second one is comedy.
The
And
second one
third
is good.
comedy. The first one's a horror movie.
Okay, so
Yeah, Army of Darkness is a comedy movie.
So I liked the when Norman becomes Green Goblin, like that was, you know, that was the shot where I was like, yeah, he's directed horror because of the way that was a shot. Like, I especially liked when the doctor came in to like try to resuscitate Norman, and Norman was like, "What do you mean? Back to formula, hey?" And he just threw him across the screen like, "I'm the boss around here."
There's a lot. There's
I mean, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say there's a lot of like jump scares in this movie.
There's a lot of what?
Yeah.
Jump scares. Was this movie supposed? Did this movie ever get like a 3D version? There were some scenes where, specifically with the Green Goblin, that, you know, gave me the impression that they were filming a 3D version of this movie. Like, that one.
I don't think so.
That one shot where Peter is like sleeping in the hospital, and you see the Green Goblin face, like, like that looked green screen, not green screen, 3D. We'll talk about the green screen soon. Don't worry.
Oh.
That looked 3D.
Why you reminded me of that?
We were good, right? Everything was good, right?
Everything was good until the freaking green screen nation attacked, like always.
The
Amazing Spider-Man was 3D. This one wasn't.
Interesting, because there were like a couple scenes where it was either that, or they were already like maybe planning to have, like, you know how in Universal and these parks they have like these rides, interactive rides of the movies and shit. There was one scene where the Green Goblin was in his glider, and then he was like coming up to the screen with the glider, and it almost looked like it was trying to be like a 3D or 4D movie, or a ride from Universal or something. And I don't know, it stuck out. It stuck out aside from the green screen. Oh, the green screen. Oh god. I'll say this. I'll say this about the green screen. I don't know about you guys. I'll say about this. It wasn't horrible, but it was noticeable.
Yeah.
The deal.
It was bad at best.
Yes. It's like there were a lot of scenes where you could particularly notice, oh yeah, like they're not there. Like you can see where they added them, because it stuck out so much. But it wasn't horrible. It's not like when we saw Addams Family or any of the other ones, like Jingle All the Way last week, you know, where it's the green screen is insanely noticeable. It's just, you know, some of it's like the characters don't mesh completely. Like it's 50% meshes, but that other 50% you can notice it. So I'll give the green screen at
The
least.
only time I really
that.
noticed it was when he was running across the rooftop.
Oh, that okay. That one was not great. That was probably the worst one.
I honestly can't
Which
really
one?
think of another.
When
scene
he's
at the beginning when he's running across the rooftops before he does.
Oh
the
yeah,
first
the
one.
jumping the rooftop. Yeah, I thought about that one too.
yeah, that one was the worst one. Like that's the that's the scene where like yeah, that green screen is not great. Like oh god. Oh god.
Speaking
Oh
of that scene,
Jesus. I have to
It was 2000s technology, so
yes, I know, but still, like, look at that. That looks like PlayStation graphics right there. Like,
PlayStation is pretty good.
Like, oh my god, this part right here. These
That
like
one is the best. The close up.
that one looks like it's Superman the movie again. Like, this looks like PS1. Like you know. This is like a PS1 model right there.
Oh,
And shit.
yes, it's good.
Like obviously
That's good.
all of this is real, but this just looks very CGI.
No, it's the close up.
There. This reminds me of Superman the movie, of Smallville, of the Flash TV series, of any superhero TV series that doesn't have an actual super high budget. Like that's what this looks like. Oh god.
God.
except for Arrow.
It's-
Arrow always did it pretty good. Arrow never had a super
Arrow-
noticeable green screen.
Arrow was
one I
mostly-
can think of off the top of my head. It's not an Arrow episode.
Arrow was mostly in the night, so yes, he was Batman. But yeah, this part though, yeah, John, 100%. This was like the worst part that had fucking green screen. Like, oh shit.
While we're speaking of that scene, have you, and I wish I could find it, I sat down a while ago and tried to find it and I couldn't. Have you seen the video of Mobius going around and fixing up all of the deaths that happened in Marvel movies?
Yes. Yeah, I think you said it to me.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I did when he hits that wall and just bloody messes all over the thing, and Mobius just drops the thing, hits the button, and walks away.
I liked that scene where he first like tries to swing by shooting the web at the crane. I like how that it comes back in a few minutes after it when he's chasing the guy that killed Uncle Ben. And I specifically like that he was so confident up until the moment where he shot the web and he had to swing. And he hesitated for a second. Because he was determined to catch the guy. But I particularly like that scene because you can see like his hesitation at the moment. Like, okay, this I know what happened last time, but this time it can happen again. But hopefully it won't happen again. But I liked it. I think that Tobey Maguire, I liked a lot of his like eye shots. Like there was this one scene where he's like monologuing and like thinking to himself what he's going to say to MJ before she gets picked up by her friends, and the bus passes right by him, and he just you see like his eyes just move like, oh no, the bus.
Yeah.
I like that shit. Again, Tobey Maguire, I know that I've harped on him so much, but he's so good.
That wasn't because I watched the movie was on the other day, so I just recorded it. That whole scene is not in the TV version of the movie.
Oh, really?
See, it's stuck on the side of the bus. That's not in the. I'd completely forgotten about that scene. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not in the TV version.
Okay, damn.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I think that there for the TV version there was a lot of cut things, obviously.
That's the only one I like now said here that I remember, but there could have been more.
Did they show blood in the TV version?
I mean, yeah, they did the blood drop, and there. I mean, I remember Peter was bloody, and yeah.
Yeah, but in the last battle against Green Goblin, Peter's like throwing up blood.
Oh, when he does the
super
slow-mo
beat
blood
up,
punch.
Yeah.
That might have not been in it. I don't remember.
Yeah, makes sense. Obviously, we gotta mention because this is mentioned in every Spider-Man review, the scene where he picks up where MJ slips and he like gets his spider sense for the first time and he like picks her up, and he does the thing where he picks everything up, like with the tray,
catches it as it's falling.
Yeah, I believe that they had to do like a lot of takes for that because
yeah,
they didn't want to like do any CGI or anything. Like he actually caught all that stuff after like a lot of takes. Like he got good.
Yeah,
he got good at it and finally caught everything in that one shot. So yeah, just had to mention it real quick because I know that it's always mentioned in every review. Oh no, he found something.
I'm scrolling through Facebook, and the picture of when Sonic and the guy in the new trailer when they're on the boat. James was Marston.
Yeah, Marston.
It has him like pointing over toward the line is, and right over there is where Jean Grey killed me.
Yeah, I've seen that. I love it.
That's actually good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's so great.
That's great. I'd seen that before.
So yeah, other stuff that we haven't talked about yet. Uncle Ben, I really liked him.
Bonesaw is ready.
It's a shame that he had to die because he was really good.
Oh, Bonesaw.
And yeah, we gotta talk about.
Get us to Skyrim. I still had that mod on.
Of course you do. Shout out to the best of the best. Shout out to the best of the best, the cream of the crop that rises to the top. Macho Man, Randy Savage. Oh yeah.
I still have that mod on. The dragon is freaking Randy Savage.
Yeah, that mod's amazing.
I still need to play Skyrim on stream again, just for the heck of it.
That. Do any of you have a line in a thing or a scene where, no matter how long it's been since you've seen it, you can immediately recite the thing word for word?
From movie or from what? Or from game? Because you know that I can recite
any from a movie, game, and
you know that my fucking line. You know mine.
I know pretty much the whole intro dialogue on Skyrim. I've started that game so many times. You know mine. You know my monologue, my Ansem monologue.
Yes.
From Kingdom Hearts. That's my.
Hey, you're finally awake.
Yeah.
Tried to cross the
Mine
board.
is the scene where the woman is signing him up for the wrestling competition.
I didn't remember her. That's Olivia Spencer, I believe is her name, right?
I can recite that freaking thing word for word. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in a lot of movies nowadays. I didn't even
Yeah,
remember.
that whole.
I didn't know that she was in this.
You understand that MYWL is not responsible for any injuries you may and probably will receive during this event, and you also know that said
Or
event.
in the slot.
How did it go?
There's no featherweight division.
I can do it when I'm watching the movie word for word, and
Yeah.
yeah, that scene is great.
Also, in that same area is Bruce Campbell, who's the fucking announcer who. Oh god, Bruce Campbell's so great, and he keeps popping up in these in the trilogy too, like. But it's a different character each time. He was kind of like the Stan Lee of the Sam Raimi universe, because he just popped up as different people.
Even though Stan Lee's in all three of these.
Oh yeah, he shows up briefly in this one.
And he's in the second one.
Yes.
When Doc Ock attacks the bank.
Which one? Oh, I guess that it's Tree in the one where he says, like, I guess one person really can make a difference. Enough said. That's in Spider-Man 3, right?
Oh.
I know that in one of them he actually has like a
maybe
that he says that, but I just don't remember if it's in 3 or if it's in 2.
Let me pull his cameo list up and find out, because now I'm interested. I remember the one from Into the Spider-Verse. Well, that one's the best.
I still think that the PS4 game has the best Stan Lee cameo.
Oh,
because when the PS4 game came out, I think that it was just around the corner when he had like passed away, I think. So that one hit me like a truck when he showed up in the game, that he had his like own pizza place, and he like talked to Peter in that one, and he was like, oh, because they added it, because in the original 1.0 version of the game, it didn't have the he was there, but he didn't like talk to Peter, and then they added it in one of the updates, like him talking to Peter, like, you two are my favorite customers, or something like that.
Jane.
Yeah. And
You two were.
and that, even saying that, I'm still getting chills, because that part just Stanley.
Yeah.
Grandpappy Stanley.
The one you were talking about is in Spider-Man 3.
In Spider-Man 3. Okay.
Yes. Another one of his that I will always remember, because I just watched it the other night, is the opening for Captain Marvel, when they replace all the stuff in the intro with pictures of Stan Lee and his cameos.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, going back to the movie, I think it had sufficient action. I could say. I think that it was, although, it took a whole hour to get to actual Spider-Man with the actual costume. But I didn't mind it, because I think that it did a good enough job of like setting up, Peter Parker and all the other characters.
I know it's because, Peter Parker, he's like a shy guy and everything, but there were so many awkward silent moments that I was like, Jesus Christ, do something. Put some music or something. I don't know.
I especially liked that awkward silent moment when he grabs Mary Jane when she slipped, and she says, "Oh, you have blue eyes. I never noticed with your glasses on." And he's just like, and she's just like, Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
gotta get going. Like,
it's so awkward. It's
oh,
like
fuck.
God,
God.
like
damn it.
that one and the one when they meet when they see each other and Mary Jane's coming out of the
diner?
the diner and they talk and then at the end it's like hyper silence and it's like
Mm.
no, please no. I hate this.
He's like that so much. Fucking damn it! Like,
For
oh, dude.
me, that is worse than a freaking horror movie. Give me a horror movie that nothing happens.
Again,
But don't give me two
Sam-
characters just looking at each other like,
well, now what do we do? I mean, again, Sam Raimi did direct Evil Dead, and that's a horror movie, so, you know, maybe he was going for something horror with Creepy Parker.
yes. Silent Parker.
Silent Parker. Stalker Parker, too. Like, oh, god damn. Jesus H. Christ.
Speaking of Sam Raimi, he did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 movies before Spider-Man.
Counting all 3 Evil Dead movies, I assume.
Yes.
Evil Dead wasn't his first movie, though, right? Or was it?
He did a college movie, and then Evil Dead was his first big, Hollywood movie.
Okay. Okay, interesting. Yeah, the movie had sufficient action, I would say. God, I like the God, I specifically liked, you know what scene I liked? When Green Goblin shows up at the Daily Bugle. Blows the fuck up out of that wall. Green Goblin just loved blowing up walls in this movie. He fucking blew up the wall. Also, J. Jonah Jameson may be a fucking asshole a lot of the times, but but you can still kind of see like he has a little bit of good heart. Like any other actual asshole would have sold out Peter. Like when Green Goblin like asked him who takes the pictures of Spider-Man, like, and he was like, I don't know, I've never seen him. He just delivers them on the mail or whatever. Like,
yeah,
my favorite J. Jonah Jameson scene is on Spider-Man 3.
when he's trying to take the pills.
the kid with the camera.
No,
Which
when-
one?
Oh, when
When
the buzzer keeps going off.
when he has the suit on the office and he's like, he was a hero and everything.
That's
He was
two.
talking.
That's
He
in
was
2.
oh, that's 2. Okay.
Yeah, because in 2, Peter throws away his suit into a trash can because he's losing his powers, and somebody finds it, and J. Jonah takes the suit. There's a deleted scene with him putting on the suit himself. That's not actually in the
Yeah.
movie.
Oh my god, I've never seen that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I that's that scene. You know what? Maybe he was a hero. Maybe he was better than all of us. And he's not looking at the suit when he turns around. He's a menace. He's a scoundrel.
I still love that scene.
J. Jonah Jameson. God damn, such perfect casting with J.K. Simmons just in that
J.K.
role.
Simmons did a great, an amazing job with it.
Like, talk about fucking perfect casting. Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin, Alfred Molina as Doc Ock, J.K. fucking Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson. Like,
And Randy Savage is Bonesaw.
and Randy Savage as Bonesaw. Oh, god damn it.
They only messed up once with Topher Grace.
And, I mean, if we're talking about the Raimi trilogy, because if we're talking about Amazing Spider-Man, Harry Osborn, DeHaan, Dane DeHaan.
I like Dane DeHaan. I don't think I like that version of Harry. I don't like his Green Goblin look.
Yeah, that. It was too reminiscent of Topher Grace's Venom.
Yeah,
I don't think that Topher Grace is badass Eddie Brock per se. I just think that he's horrible as Venom. Like
yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, I like that scene because of Green Goblin like blowing up the wall and trying to get Jameson to rat out Peter, and Spider-Man just shows up, and Green Goblin is like, sleep.
No.
Okay, so before that, Spider-Man, Jay Jonah is bad-mouthing Spider-Man. He's like, I knew it! I knew you two were in cahoots with each other. And Spider-Man just twips him with some web. And he's like, shush, little kid. Mommy and daddy need to talk, or something like that is what he says.
That scene was amazing. I love that line. That line made me laugh.
That's what I say, that Toby is like so good as Spider-Man. Like he nails it. When he nails it as Spider-Man. My problems mainly are with him being Peter Parker. But when he's Spider-Man, I think that he's fantastic.
Now, you said before that you had a problem with Tobey Maguire.
Yes.
You say you wanted to watch this movie again to see if those problems were fixed. Were they fixed?
In a way, I guess, because so when Amazing Spider-Man came out, and we saw Andrew Garfield and all that, he was a new Spider-Man, and I was like kind of bad-mouthing Toby. Then, when Tom Holland was cast again, it was recast as Spider-Man, again, I was bad-mouthing Toby. And I'm not gonna bad-mouth him because he's a really good actor, and he did a really good job in this movie. I still have a little bit of a problem when he's Peter. I just, there's something about that fucking Peter performance of his, like you said, when he has these awkward silent moments that I'm just like, it drives me nuts. Or the insane amount of crying that he does throughout all three of these movies. Like I think that when I really like him, and it's gonna piss off some people, I really like him when he's emo Peter, or quote unquote emo Peter, when he's in Spider-Man 3, when he just puts his hair like down and he's just like, oh yeah. and doing the finger guns and all that. I know it's stupid, but it's like a Batman and Robin where you can just fucking laugh at all that shit. I like that Peter with him.
Did you see the video I posted to the group about going into the theater to see No Way Home and then coming out, and it's that scene?
No, I didn't see that. But I know what
it's
I
really
need to look
good.
for that one.
I'll find it and send you the link.
So yeah, Toby, if you're listening to me, I'm sorry for bad mouthing you for so many years. I still don't think that you're the best Peter Parker. I will say you're a great Spider-Man, but not Peter Parker. I think that Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland do a better job at being Peter Parker than him.
Can I say that I find funny that the start of the movie is like, yeah, and this story starts just like every story with a girl.
And here's the deal: that's the only time that we hear narration in the movie, and we never hear narration anywhere else. So,
Yeah.
and then I think it comes back in the second movie, or at the very least in the video game of the second movie, like we saw in my recent episode of License to Game, where he does the same, almost the exact same narration too. Like, this story began with a girl, and another girl.
So many girls.
I think so.
But yeah, Toby works for the most part. It's just those awkward moments, and he just goes too much on the mopey and the nerdy side, and the bad nerdy kind of side, not like Andrew Garfield nerdy side where he's like inventing stuff for the suit and all that shit, like, you know.
I actually liked the nerdy Peter because he's actually talking. He's doing something.
So it's just when
he's
he's
like, "Oh, did you know this is the largest telescope in the whatever? Oh, did you know that spiders do this?" And I'm like, "That's cool."
So it's not.
I don't care about the fun facts, but
Yeah,
hey,
So it's just when he's not talking, when he's like that fucking moment.
It's just awkward whenever he's like he stuttered a lot or like he just doesn't talk at all.
You know who he reminded me of a lot when he had the glasses too, of Billy from Power Rangers, like. Except somehow Billy was way more sociable than him. Because Billy Billy in the Power Ranger series, he never like actually like stayed like there like staring at someone without saying anything, like.
Even when he's practicing of like what he's gonna say to Mary Jane,
Mary Jane.
The scene when he's talking to Mary Jane and in the hospital, like he's talking, he's doing something.
Yeah, he's not creepily just staring at someone like.
Oh, I got mentioned.
It was me.
Hell yeah.
But yeah,
he looks so dumb, but I love it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I know that people fucking hate it. I think that's a very curious thing about, you know, this day and age now, where we live in an age of memes. It kind of makes you appreciate those parts. Like, when we went back for Batman and Robin, I had a good time because, you know, we're seeing all these memes and all this, and I can have a laugh at it. Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, I remember a lot of people hating that, and that is probably the most quoted and most memeable of all the Star Wars movies. It has so many great fucking scenes because of their meme potential and because they're funny. Like, and that's why I really like Revenge of the Sith a lot.
I wonder now. Lion, I'm gonna enter to Disney Plus.
Oh no, what are you looking for? No.
I'm just curious. This is for myself.
Okay. So
Leave us out of it.
yes. So yeah, what other the scene under the rain that we briefly talked about earlier for reasons that were not why I'm going to talk about it now. The kiss under the rain. To kiss a spider under the rain. That's an iconic scene, obviously. Oh no, he found something and I don't like it. Which the kiss under the rain actually comes back in the next movie too. For Mary Jane's character and whatnot. Oh no, he disappeared. Oh god damn it. Meadows,
He has instant transmission out.
talk to me, buddy. Breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I don't like this.
Or don't.
Yeah, you know what? Forget about it. Forget about it.
What the heck? What are you? What happened?
I don't know what. Don't ask me, G. You know how Meadows is.
Just,
You know.
just leave him in his corner,
Yeah.
and we'll continue on.
Yeah. So, after the
Ian, do not enter to your Disney Plus.
What did you do? Oh no, I forgot that he's using my account, for fuck's sakes. Oh no. God damn it. Oh, somebody save me.
I don't know if the configuration changes on your end.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, it
no.
does.
He fucked it up because if he fucked it up,
No,
I-
I didn't fucked up anything.
No,
Don't you worry.
I
I did not charge it for like $80.
I already paid the $80 this week, so shut up. I mean $90 because they fucking incremented the thing for.
Oh god.
Anyways,
Oh, my chest hurts so bad.
anyways, I had forgotten about the scene after Green Goblin puts Peter to sleep, and he just takes him to the rooftop.
How do you forget about that scene? That scene is a whole meme now.
And that's why I'm saying whenever I saw that meme recently, I was like, wait a minute, when did this happen? Because I for some reason that's the one scene that I did not remember of the movie, of him like giving him a quesito.
You and I aren't that different.
and him just slapping his fucking head in the back like. I don't know why I didn't remember that scene until yesterday. Like again, I have seen the memes, but I did not remember the actual scene.
Okay.
From the movie. So, yeah, and yeah, he
The
does.
thing is,
uh
that meme came out like what, 2 years ago? People started
like every other
posting
meme,
that meme.
like every other meme, people just somehow a lot of memes just come out of like old movies, and they get
I feel someone was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch the old Spider-Man movies because they have like the No Way Home got announced or something,
Mm,
or not No Way Home,
Far From
Home
Mm.
got announced or something, and he started watching all the movies, and he started with this one, and then saw that scene, and he's like, yo, that is a fucking meme. And he just posted something, and he just went through like a flood.
Everything is a meme if you look hard enough.
Exactly. It's like a guy. I was watching a stream of Sneaking today. Don't ask me why. But I was watching a stream of Sneaking, and somebody said someone needs to do a TikTok of the Sneaking dance when he's giving up like the Burger King like fries or something. And the streamer said, why ask somebody to do it when you can do it yourself? And I'm like, that is true. That's basically how the trend starts. Some random guy with a random idea is like, you know what? I'll do it just for the shit of it.
That sounds like Willem Dafoe in this movie when he said, fine, I'll do it myself. He didn't say it like that, but he said when he was going to inject himself, he was like, all right, who needs test subjects? I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
That's the first villain that actually like doesn't use someone else as an experiment. I mean, I guess that he didn't necessarily start as a villain. I guess that, he was desperate. I guess that the formula thing was the thing that just took over his mind, but he wasn't like completely a villain from the get-go. Not like other iterations of Norman Osborn when he's clearly, from the get-go the villain. He doesn't need formula or shit.
He just needs to be a mad scientist.
Exactly. Speaking of, that's also one of the great meme lines. I know some. What was it? I'm something of a scientist myself. When
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So many great lines, dude. But yeah, that scene of after Peter and Green Goblin fight in the burning building. The scene after that, when he's clinging to the ceiling and the drop of blood is about to fall, that still gets me. Like, that is still a tense scene because Norman is right under there, and you're like, don't hold.
I'm
Like,
still
to the-
mad that the freaking drop of blood looks so bad. Looks like ketchup.
It does. When it drops to the floor, yeah, it looks 100% like fucking ketchup. Like, Jesus H Christ. But I still like that scene. I think that it still serves its purpose of being like a tense moment of like, ooh. And then the scene after, when they're in the table, and he sees the cut. And Norman just realizes, oh, Peter's Spider-Man. There's a lot of fucking like great scenes, like back to back. Because after that, it's also when Green Goblin just becomes the fucking Kool-Aid guy and busts through Aunt May's house too, like. She's doing her prayer thing, and he just busts in and like, finish it!
God, that freaking scene.
Finish it! From evil!
That freaking scene is something else.
Yeah. Like, there's so many great scenes, dude. Like, here's something that maybe you'll catch me, those. The scene where Green Goblin gives him the power of choice of like the woman you love or this or these kids.
Suffer the
These
little
kids.
children.
That reminded me of Infamous, of the first game, where
Oh, I don't remember anything about Infamous. I played that game years ago.
where Kessler, who's the villain, basically does the same thing. There's two tall buildings, and he puts Cole's girlfriend in one, and then like a bunch of doctors in the other one, and
Yeah.
you have to make the
Yeah.
choice. You have to make the choice of who to save. And spoilers for Infamous. Either way, Trish, who is the girlfriend, dies. Either way, because it was set up for like Cole to suffer, basically. So this one, he saves both, but hey, he goes for that pussy. He definitely he went for that. You know what he said? He said, let me see if I don't have it set up here. Shit. I don't have the image set up here. But he said, fuck the kid. Fuck them kids. God, it's on the other one. It's on the four layered Mystery Movie Friends layout that I have I need to put it here. But yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, he was basically like, fuck them kids. Not really. He still caught them, but he went for his priorities. His priorities were straight, I don't know these kids. Why do I care about these kids? Fuck them.
Like Anakin. Basically, Anakin's
which
you,
is some.
You wanna know something?
Mm.
Tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
That scene
Mm-hmm.
when Green Goblin say you had to make a choice, first thing I say, fuck them kids.
Of course you did. That's why I bring it up too, because I know you. But yeah, that was also a real good scene. God damn it! Of when Green Goblin's going to attack him, and he gets fucking hit. I don't know if what the hell he got hit, but he gets hit by something that the people from the bridge threw at him. It almost looked like a fire, like a fucking. It almost looked like a fire hydrant or a brick or something. I know that it had to be like very heavy.
Fire hydrant? How?
I don't know.
Jesus, the man who threw that really had muscles.
It was the Hulk. The Hulk threw that. Hey, if it was a brick, he also needed to have muscles because
I thought it was an apple or something.
No, that made a he's wearing a fucking metal helmet, and that made a very loud sound when he hit him. So no, that was no apple. But I like the I like the line, man. Hey, you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. Or you mess with Spider-Man, you mess with New York.
Mess with New York.
Which again, they do something similar in the Amazing Spider-Man when they have the cranes lined up so that he can get to the lizard. Like, hey.
I mean, they do it in Spider-Man 2 on the train.
Yeah, I was thinking of Spider-Man 2 too.
Do they do it in Spider-Man 2?
I mean,
remember.
They don't do it, but when Spider-Man like stops the train, he's about to fall, and everybody like grab him and start.
That scene.
Back.
Oh yeah, that scene. Yeah, okay. But like actually saying like you mess with him, you mess with all of us. Like
shout out to Tobey Maguire in that facing that scene. Since he's having something. Sorry.
In Spider-Man 2.
It was so funny.
I love it because there is a gif of that of him like, and you see his face like it's almost like, yep, jeez.
It's so funny.
Oh god, what was it that
You know what meme it reminded me of?
Oh no, what?
What he sees versus what she sees.
God damn it.
What he sees, what she sees.
The nutting face. But yeah. Then the fight between Spider-Man and Green Goblin was almost one-sided. Green Goblin was winning a lot. And then
He was beating the shit out of Spider-Man.
Again, there was that one punch where he just threw up all the blood and shit. So yeah, that was something. Then I think that he was like bad mouthing MJ, Green Goblin, and that's where
Green Goblin said he was gonna find her again and like kill her slowly. And
Yeah. And that's where the power of the raging boner activated in Peter. And it's funny how that's always what happens. Like that is a trope. Like the power of the boner just makes you a fucking Super Saiyan or something. Like he then like fucking beats up Green Goblin, and Green Goblin ultimately is his own undoing because he kills himself. Congrats, you played yourself.
Okay.
And we talk about
Goblin has like the big trident-looking 3-spike thing. What the heck was
that? He uses that once, and we never saw it before or after that.
So I have to leave for the moment.
Okay.
I'll be posting my rating in the chat.
Okay.
In the shit.
The shit?
You know,
Michael
the
shit?
shit.
Sure.
Yeah.
Can we talk about woman screaming Green Goblin?
Woman screaming Green Goblin?
In the building that
In the
catches on
fire.
fire.
Oh, the old lady voice, screaming voice that the Green Goblin was
Yeah.
using. Um, maybe
Still fucking weird to me.
maybe voice modulation or something like that. I don't know.
Makes me feel uncomfortable always.
Ah! Yeah, it's yeah. Mm.
Always so predictable.
God, I love him. I love fucking Green Goblin in this. Just so great. But yeah, yeah, Green Goblin was his own undoing. The last thing that we get is the funeral for Norman and Harry just vowing revenge because he saw Spider-Man put Norman in the bed, and he's just like, well, Spider-Man killed him. There's no other way. Which technically not true, but also he was there. So
It counts.
Spider-Man was an accomplice. He's a menace.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Funny how Spider-Man's 2 deaths has been an accident.
Oh yeah,
Of the other.
Yeah, the robber he fucking tripped and fell and died. Yeah. Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the game, Spider-Man doesn't kill, but he will throw anyone off the rooftop of the building.
Hey, you're not gonna die, but I'm sure as hell making sure you never walk in your life again.
Or slamming freaking the sewer thingy.
Oh yeah, the manhole.
Yeah, the manhole on the face of people. Because that doesn't kill humans.
Yeah. No, it leaves.
Only a slight concussion.
Exactly. You get it. But yeah. This movie is still fun. It's still a good time. I will say. I think that. I think it holds up. I definitely think it holds up much better than a lot of other movies, especially superhero movies from this age. Like, again, like the aforementioned Daredevil, Elektra, Catwoman, etc., etc. Obviously, there's a reason why people still love this movie a lot, and it's, even though you could say that maybe it's a little bit of nostalgia talking because, I did see it a lot growing up, but, again, also going back to Peter Parker and Tobey Maguire and all that, I can't admit that I was bad-mouthing too much Tobey Maguire for these movies, and I still have a little bit of problems with Peter Parker, but he's a fantastic Spider-Man.
I feel like Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, as Peter Parker, gets better, like throughout the movies.
Yes and no. There's still this stupid, dopey Peter Parker in Spider-Man 3. Because I remember that scene at the beginning of the movie where he's at Mary Jane's play, and he just looks fucking dopey in that scene. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll never get over the fact that he's like that it's like that for him. But
Maybe watching them again will
maybe
change something else. I don't know. In you.
Yeah, I mean, at least I'm not bad mouthing him anymore. I still don't particularly like his Peter Parker for a multitude of reasons, but I respect him. So yeah. Anything else you guys want to add? Any other scene that we missed?
When they showed him, like after the spider bite, when they showed his body before and after.
Oh yeah,
I wonder how they
yeah.
did that.
Yeah. That's a good one too.
We know how they did it for Cap.
Yes, we know how they did it for Captain
I
America.
wonder how they did it here.
That's a good question. Maybe like camera angles and like working with the shots or something, messing with the shots, maybe. Because it's not CGI.
Yeah,
it's obviously not CGI, but
no.
also it's not like that big of a transformation like compared to like Captain America. Where he's a scrawny little boy and then he's like super pecs and all that shit, so.
Speaking of muscles, someone who should have had muscles and never got muscle was Green Goblin. Well, apparently, the computer say his muscle were growing larger. He was still looking the same.
I mean, he looked plenty ripped, I guess.
Yeah.
Like not substantial, but he still looked, like when, because they do show him like
it was a little. It's like, yeah.
they show him like shirtless, like back to formula. Like it's not that much, but you still can see.
I guess. I guess so.
You can still see a little, like some muscle, like in that shot right there. Which also I fucking love this shot of him just like
Yeah.
It's so fucking creepy. I love it, man. Just Willem Dafoe, so amazing. But yeah, I like that scene too of Peter's transformation. Like, it was interesting. You weren't around me though. I said that he actually got the Rona, that he needed to take a test because he had a fever, no appetite. He got Rona.
Now any symptom is just Rona.
Exactly. To make this timely, But yeah, any other scene aside from those? If not, let's get to ratings.
I mean, how Spider-Man got his name.
The human spider. What? What are you, an amateur? We're not going for that.
That was Sam Raimi's decision to let Bruce Campbell be the first one to ever say Spider-Man's name in a movie.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Yes.
What was I gonna? Oh yeah. Did you notice how many times they use the words "amazing" throughout this fucking movie?
Yeah, they're even the guy in the subway.
Like,
that's to the guy in the subway.
Oh, the guy in the subway
playing the guitar.
Oh my god.
God damn. I was like, we get it. It's like the comics, amazing, spectacular, whatever. We get it.
You can understand they had to.
Yeah, it's almost like it was in the clause. Like, you have to say amazing this many times in the movie, or else no go.
They were trying to sell comics.
Maybe.
And well,
Maybe not.
that Spider-Man has a lot of.
Oh yeah.
Version.
I forgot about the scene where. I think that it's when he. Is it when Green Goblin first shows up? Or is it the second time? I think that the first time is in the military base, right? That he blows up the.
You don't actually. Yeah, you don't see him, but.
Yeah, you just see like
you do. You see him just for a second when he fires the missile.
Yeah, but it's not like a full reveal. It's the other one in like fuck. What's the name of that? Central Square?
The parade.
Yeah, the parade. Yeah, the parade where he does actually show up and he throws that bomb and turns everyone into skeletons. I remember that scene as a kid, just being fucking hardcore. Like,
Shout outs to the cool skellies.
to what?
The cool skellies.
The cool skellies. I remember that scene. Like, that's the scene for me that was kind of like freaky to me as a kid. Like seeing him throw that grenade and just and then becoming skeletons. That's the one that like kind of scarred me as a kid.
And the scene I liked is the bomb at the end when it explodes in slow motion and it blows in the
Peter's
face. In Peter's face. That one was
Mhm.
so cool. The skellies, I never liked the skelly. The skelly looks so bad, in the worst possible way.
Yeah, it's that CGI didn't hold up. But yeah, him throwing that bomb. There's a very similar scene that I saw in the last trailer for No Way Home, of him throwing of Spider-Man trying to catch a bomb like that. Shut up, John. I don't want to hear it.
So apparently, Hugh Jackman was supposed to show up as Wolverine in this movie.
Yes, they've been trying to cross over with the. I also read that there was like there was a scene with Stan Lee where he said something like, where someone had like glasses or something, like shades, and like they were supposed to be like similar to the ones that Scott uses in X-Men, and that he was supposed to say a line like, "Oh, these are like the glasses that the X-Men use," or something like that. Something that's a little bit of something that I read earlier when we were looking for when I was looking for the director's cut thing. It was never real.
Yeah.
So probably also not real.
Hugh Jackman actually showed up in New York to shoot the scene, but they couldn't get the costume he used in the X-Men movie.
I mean, come on. They could have just, put him in whatever. He didn't have to show up in this suit.
Yeah.
But oh well. Things that never happened. But maybe someday.
Wait, whoa. Nicolas Cage and Jim Carrey were both considered for Green Goblin. Norman Osborn.
I think we're gonna say Spider-Man.
That would have been
Spider-Man.
a very different movie.
That would have been interesting, seeing them as Spider-Man.
Nicolas Cage as Green Goblin would be kind of.
No.
Look, I love Nicolas Cage.
Would be interesting to say the
And
least.
he would have done an interesting job, but we all know that Dafoe is king.
Aye.
The suit was 580 pieces.
The
The
Spider-Man
Green
suit?
Goblin suit.
Oh, the Green Goblin suit? Okay. Damn,
No,
that's
the
a
Green
lot of-
Goblin.
It's a lot of fucking
Yeah, it took a
pieces,
half
too.
an hour to put on.
Eesh.
You know what?
Hmm.
Nicolas Cage would be interesting as Green Goblin because he doesn't have a mustache.
Okay, now I want Nicolas Cage as J. Jonah Jameson with a mustache. Just because of you.
Shut up.
Oh
Okay.
no! Don't kill the poor boy.
Peter,
Yeah.
you gotta bring me pictures of Spider-Man. Why was that Jeff Goldblum and not Nicolas Cage?
You're saying.
Peter, I need pictures of Spider-Man. Parker, you're fired. Oh, I like that.
Spider-Man is a menace.
No.
All right, are we going to ratings?
Yes, please. Somebody please give a rating.
Last thing. Apparently, Heath Ledger was considered for Spider-Man.
Thank God.
Hmm. Hmm.
Who?
The guy that did the Joker in the Dark Knight.
Joker.
That he passed
Oh,
away
okay.
before the movie came out. Hmm. Eh. Hmm. Ah. Eh. I don't know.
No.
Hey, anybody interesting for Spider-Man? John?
Shut the fuck up.
Aside from
Leonardo DiCaprio, Freddie Prinze Jr., Jude
Of
Law,
of course Leonardo
Chris
DiCaprio.
Klein, and Wes Bentley. Which DiCaprio was also considered to play. No, wait a minute. Never mind.
Captain America, probably.
Oh yeah. No. Wes
Iron Man?
Bentley. That could have been interesting.
No, wait. Tom Cruise was
No.
considered for Iron Man.
Yes.
Freddie Prinze Jr. as Peter Parker. I don't know. Like sometimes you can't imagine some people playing some roles, and sometimes you're just like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, he is asked how this could work.
Yeah. Like again, as much as I harp on Toby as Peter, maybe Leo would have done. I don't think Leonardo DiCaprio would have done a good Spider-Man. Maybe a good Peter Parker, but not a good Spider-Man. I don't know.
I mean, he would have looked sexy as fuck, that's for sure.
Because that's the deal that with a lot of these like superheroes, it's like sometimes they're bad on both accounts, but sometimes they're like the normal person, quote unquote normal person, is not great, but the superhero part is great, or vice versa. Sometimes you have the full package. Okay, anything else so we can get to ratings?
I can't think of anything.
Okay, meet those rating.
Nothing. Me? Okay. I'll give this movie It's a Whopper because bless the rains down in New York. Amen.
Amen.
There it is.
I'll give this movie Life is Good, but it could be better.
Okay.
Mainly because I really love this movie. I really enjoy the movie. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero in the Marvel universe. But damn it, freaking Peter Parker was so awkward sometimes that I fucking hated it.
Life is good,
Yeah,
but it can be better.
yeah, I understand. Understand that.
Like there's silent moments and awkwardly silent moments. This is awkwardly silent moments, and I hated it.
Yeah. I can see it. I can understand. G?
No,
Even-
John first.
Okay, John.
Oh, something very quick. Can we
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something-
wait.
Go
Meet
ahead.
those. Uh-huh.
something very quick? Can we talk about Spider-Man friend zoning MJ at the end? My man, doing what many of us should probably do sometimes.
I got so far and tried so far.
And then she started crying. I'm like, what?
I
Anyway.
mean,
Yeah.
John, I'm going to use my inner Corey Coleman and say MJ was a fucking hoe because she
He was.
she went from Flash
He was.
Thompson to fucking Harry to Spider-Man, and then she wanted Peter. Like, good God, girl. Shit. God damn. What a hoe. Oh God, John, go ahead. Ugh.
Yeah, I think I'll do Life is Good but Could Be Better. It's still a good
Oh,
movie. It still holds
okay.
up for the most part. It's early 2000s. You know, it's an early 2000s movie for sure. But
Yep.
I kind of think I still like the first Amazing Spider-Man just a little bit more than this movie. But
I kind of want to rewatch that and compare it. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's still a movie I'll watch anytime. I need to get I actually do not own any of these, so that's something I do need to fix is to buy the trilogy.
oh really? I thought that you did own them.
But yeah, no, I don't. I don't own the first three Spider-Man movies, and I don't own the Amazing Spider-Mans. Those are the only Spider-Man things I don't have.
Okay.
But I have all the MCU stuff. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay. So once again,
Life is good, but it can be better.
okay. Thank you,
The
Pedro
Whopper.
Pedro Pascal. It's a Whopper for you, G. Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's nostalgia.
Ah, that nostalgia, man. That nostalgia just
Gets you every time.
gets you every time, guaranteed.
Tobey Maguire, I still have problems with him, but rewatching it and hearing you talk, I can actually agree with a lot of what you say. I mean, he is mopey, he acts up sometimes, but for the most part, he got the Spider-Man, which is the character that we're watching, pretty much down. So that's why it's a Whopper.
Okay. Let me. I did not expect that, so let me put the Whopper.
It's a Whopper.
Motherfucker.
Thank you, Mr. Reen Shorter, for the Whopper. Yeah, man, I'm kind of like I'm a little bit in the middle of all you guys. Like it's for me, it's between a high Life is Good, but it could be better, and a low it's a Whopper.
Life is good, but it could be a Whopper.
Life is Good, but it could be a Whopper because the movie still holds up. Like, yeah, there are some stuff like we talked about the green screen. It is always one of the my pet peeves in all of these movies, and why I always almost always lower a rating or whatever. Like the green screen and some of the CGI, like the spooky, scary skeletons, and that fucking PS1 Toby running on the rooftops. Yeah, that kind of lowers it for me, and also, like I said, Mopey Maguire. Goddamn, stalking Maguire too, like, because good God, he's a fucking stalker in this shit, like, especially because he lived fucking right next door to her, so he's like,
It's just not next door. Her window is looking at his window. They're right there.
And also, even after they're not living near, right next to each other, like, what was that one part where he's like, oh, I was in the neighborhood. Well, actually, I had to take like 2 buses and something other to get to this neighborhood, but
2 buses and a cab.
oh goddamn! Like, he's a fucking stalker. So yeah. But Willem Dafoe makes it for me in this movie. He's just so fucking good. Like, oh,
Harry, she just won your money.
why does that sound like Mr. Crab?
William the Crab.
Oh, God damn it. So, oh man.
She wants your money, which is me money.
Oh, God damn
Or
it.
Mr. Burns from Simpsons.
That too. I'm giving this a low. It's a Whopper, honestly. Like it holds up. For the most part, you know, it has some stuff that doesn't, but I had fun with it. It was a fun ride to go through again, especially after so many years of not having watched this, not watched this movie. God damn it, Mitos! I don't know what you did, and I don't want to know.
No,
So-
I was gonna say two Whoppers, and two. Life is good, but it could be better. Is this Civil Wars?
Yes, this is Civil War now. Now we have to fight. But me and G are gonna throw some Whoppers, and I don't know what you guys are gonna throw. But yeah, it just holds up. It's such a good movie. It's a fun time, you know. I still, from memory, I'm pretty sure that Spider-Man 2 is much better than this, but we'll get there when we get there. So yeah. That's
2 or 3 years, no one else.
I don't know. Maybe we'll get to it sooner. Who knows? Who knows? We never know here in the mystery of movie of Friends. We don't even know what we're doing anymore. So, but anyways, yeah, that was Spider-Man 2002. Next week, it probably won't. Well, it won't be Sunday. It'll probably be Monday again.
This week's easier for me.
For next week, since next Sunday I need to record again for Games My Mom Found. So it'll probably be Monday. Or, you know, whenever we decide when we're going to actually do it for the next week. Next time will be the last episode of Mystery Movie Friends for 2021. It's going to be a movie that I think I've only seen once. I think it was in college. I think I maybe never finished watching it.
You better make it good, because I might have a surprise for you.
We're gonna enter the Matrix. Wait, that's the name of the game. We're gonna Matrix the Matrix.
We're gonna make
We're gonna John Matrix the Matrix.
no.
A movie I've never seen.
That will be interesting then.
Really?
I keep forgetting that John has never seen the Matrix. I always assume that you have.
Nope.
It's like
always been one of those big movies that everyone screams at me for never seeing, and I never got around to it. But
it's like Lord of the Rings too.
I'm doing
right?
all of them before I go see the new ones. So. Yeah, no, I haven't seen all of Lord of the Rings. I've seen part of the first. I've seen like the first half of the first movie and the last half of the last movie, and that's it.
So like 7 hours in total. Good.
Exactly.
Yeah, about.
Oh, God damn it. But yeah, The Matrix is going to be next week's final episode of Mystery Movie Friends 2021. So yeah, look forward to that, because I don't know. I certainly don't have nostalgia for that one, so we'll see how that goes. So yeah. Mitos, you gonna stream tomorrow?
Hopefully, maybe I'll be able to stream Voice of Cards.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't been at your
I wanna play
streams.
that.
I haven't been at your streams. It's work.
Yeah, did you play the demo, or
Yes.
you still haven't played the demo?
I haven't played it yet. I haven't downloaded, but I haven't. I've been Metroiding too much to do much anything else. So
Good.
as soon as I get done with Metroid, I'm probably gonna fire it up and check it out.
Good.
I think I'm getting close to the end of Dread, but I'm not sure. I made it to the area where the ship is.
Yeah, you're getting close to the end.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You're very close to the end now. I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, I made it there, and then immediately started going back down.
Okay. I'll be back tomorrow for Sly Cooper again. So like 2 again. And then the rest of the week, I'll say it tomorrow, I guess. So until next time, people, may your hearts be your guiding key. Remember to stay inside, stay alive, stay hydrated, be kind to everybody. Go give me those a follow over on twitch.tv/MeThosGaming29. Go give me a follow over on twitch.tv/CommanderLionheart and youtube.com/CommanderLionheart. John and G will be in here somewhere.
Hey,
I'll put them in a
one last
box.
thing.
Yeah.
One last thing.
Mhm.
J. Jonah Jameson, say something, please. Say your famous lines.
I just want to say,
Go get me
So-
pictures of Spider-Man.
Thank you.
and also to everyone at the Mystery Movie Friends, you're fired. Good night, everyone.
Night.
Good night.